It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Rams and the Buccaneers next on Madden NFL 22.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Jackson now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're the Bucks with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. First try on offense for the Bucks and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd and very short. Stafford, throw left side, complete to Ingram.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucks set to take over. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying, thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs. On first down, Brady. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun now for Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin.
And he's got this down to the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Brady. His throw incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Brady. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one, 32 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Brady to throw again. Caught on the slant.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucks have taken the lead. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. William Golston. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching.
Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Brown with his stick skills. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels and they were able to do so for good yardage.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. To the air again, Stafford. Right side caught by Jackson. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Stafford now to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Brady and the Bucks now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 27, Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this is going to be a Bucks 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Seven our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. So Brady and the Bucks need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. And Brady's throw there incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Bucks now. Brady going to bring the Bucks up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Zaven Collins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucks. Back to throw. Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage. The Bucks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Brown has the first down and much more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Brady now on first down. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, it's Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Succop's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Stafford here. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give. Akers running left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Stafford. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 2nd and goal, Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gay's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. He'll drop this off for Bernard. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, and he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 3 games here on this Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We're going to back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Chicago Bears. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, and they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Bucks, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Rams have got it back. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right?
You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. This is Miller, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The Rams ready to go on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the... And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Ndamukong Suh able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaquille Barrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. There's the stiff arm. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. Back now comes Tampa Bay. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. A check down here to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Let's go.
Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Succop's kick is good. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Stafford finds his tight end Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught by Jackson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down now, Akers. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Stafford throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And he is going to have the Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Now a first down carry, it's Michel. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. Shoves him away. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run this with Akers. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd down. Stafford. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Akers. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bucks defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Dances by him. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they work this out past the 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down, and it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. To throw is Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucks go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Suckup. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucks. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Von Miller in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So Brady and the Bucks need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Looking to throw. Brady. Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Brady now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Brady.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A shotgun give to Fournette. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Stafford's throw taken in here by Jackson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, Akers. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Stafford on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 25-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going right back to Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, 15 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Gay is on for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, It can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
50. Regular. Let's go no, 66, 72.
Now Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And partner, to tie a game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Brady now to throw. And he finds Howard complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, now Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This will be caught once again by Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 7. A minute 50 to play. This is where your playoff mettle is tested on the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Stafford. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cochran, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First down now, but that clock rolling. Stafford now to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this way, and the call is good. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now it's Stafford. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.